Hi everyone, welcome to E-commerce Success by At360, the channel that makes business owners happy, productive and successful. Today we're going to review a post on Reddit, on the PPC subreddit, asking help because their Facebook ads are not converting. So we're going to discuss how much money you need to spend on ads before you get conversions. We're going to discuss some key metrics, how to evaluate the success of ads, and we're going to review that person's website and see if we can give some help. Before we do that, if you enjoy this content, please smash the like button, put some comments below and subscribe to the channel. This is going to help us make these videos more visible. They're going to be promoted by YouTube. The more likes and views and comments we get, the more people are suggested these videos. So it helps us reach more people and help more businesses. So it's only going to take a moment for you, but it will make a massive difference for us. Thank you. You can also click the notification bell to get alerts every day when I release a new video so that you don't miss any of these. Okay, this video is brought to you by At360. At360 is the easiest way to increase your online sales by managing all your ads in one place, including advanced advertising techniques like retargeting all over the web and in mobile apps, as well as geo-targeting and hyperlocal type of ads, in addition to managing Google and Facebook ads all in one place. So I will tell you more at the end of the video about this. Okay, let's jump right into it. So today we're reviewing this post from Ambitious Set 1308 on the PPC subreddit. And they're asking, okay, why are my Facebook ads not converting? Expert advice needed. Okay, so let's try to help you. I have a few years of experience in online advertising, and our current solution helps businesses get more sales. So hopefully you can get some value from this video. And after that, we're going to look at your website. So they're running a Facebook ad campaign. They got 109 clicks out of $40 of spend. Okay, so they say people are clearly interested in the ad, they like it, but they haven't got any conversions. Is there something wrong? Okay, and they're selling very well on eBay, so they know the product is not the issue. So is there something problematic with the ads? Okay, let's discuss. And just to have a quick look, this is the website, so airline status. And so you're selling benefits and elite status programs for travel, so hotels, airlines, and things like that. Okay, and the website is very clean, very nice, and you told us this product convert very well on eBay, so there is a demand for these products. So let's assume that for the review. Okay, let's get back a bit to the figures. So the first thing I notice is that you have very little spend, $40. When compared to the average product price, which you sell at multiple different price points, but the average price is about $400. So you're spending 1/10 of your product price on ads. That's way too little. I think it's way too little to generate sales at first, and it's way too little as well to have statistically significant data. To make conclusions, you should have several hundreds of dollars or even several thousands of dollars spent on ads, given you have a high product price tag. So you probably need to spend a few $1,000s in ads and have multiple conversions and a few thousand clicks, multiple thousand clicks before you can make any conclusions. Okay. So that may be frustrating. We don't know what's your margin rate on this product. So what's the cost of goods sold. So maybe at $40 that's your break-even point. But especially for high-ticket products like this, which are quite expensive, you need at first to put a lot of money before you can get sales and improve ads. Advertising is an art as much as a science. You need to make ads that get noticed first, that are convincing and creative and get people's attention and interest, and then they go to your website, they buy. And to do all of that, advertising is something that needs a lot of refinement, effort, testing, iteration. So you try different versions of your message, of your image, of the people you target, and all these elements are things that get improved after some time and spend. So you have to spend money first so that you can run these ads, improve the ads as you go before it gets profitable. So that's something you should absolutely budget in your business expansion. you need to budget for, I told you, so it depends business to business, but at least like a few times the product price to get a few conversions at first, okay? Then the goal is to make the ad a lot cheaper and the conversions number to increase so that ads become profitable. How you do that? That's by increasing and improving several aspects in the ad process, right? So you could ask, okay, but if I sell a $400 product and I spend $400 in ads to get one sale, how is that ever going to be profitable? It's impossible. The answer is you need to make the ad 10 times more efficient. Now, how easy is that? You know, that's tough to say without knowing more about your business and your figures and other data. But let me give you one rundown, one theoretical example of how you could do that, right? If you make the ad message, so the headline, the text description, the image, you make it twice more appealing so people actually notice it. The first problem of ads is that they don't get noticed, right? There's so much information clutter on social media, on the web, that people usually avoid looking at ads even. So first job is get your ads noticed. If you do a better job, after some time, some improvement, you can get to 2 times, better, view to impression ratio. Okay, so actual view, someone actually noticing and looking at your ad. If you make the targeting more efficient, so you're not showing your ad to anybody, but to carefully selected groups of audiences, people that have an interest in travel, frequent travelers, people that are that have a high purchasing power and that are into perks and elite status, then you can make the click-through rate maybe 2 times better, right? And I'm just using 2 as an example, but just follow me through the reasoning. Then if you make the experience on the website better, like people, I'd be curious to know, are people arriving on the homepage, are they arriving on a specific product? Is there a landing page, like a dedicated landing page for your ads? Like all these things matter. And you want to make the experience on the website as easy as possible, so people understand what you're about, what product you're selling, what's the benefit to these products, and that they add to cart. So if you do that, maybe you can improve by 2x your add to cart rate. You haven't told us how many add to carts you have. You just told us you don't have any conversions. For your information, we made a video the other day about that, and we saw the average add to cart rate was about 4 to 8%, depending on the industry. So with 100 clicks, you should have had about 4 to 8 add to cart. So we don't really know where you stand compared to that. So if you make these improvements maybe on the website and on the initial targeting, you can make this add to cart rate 2 times better. And then in the checkout process, I made a video about this topic. I will put in the description below the link to that video I made a couple of days ago about the checkout process and how by improving the checkout process, you can reduce the abandoned cart rate and multiply by 2 or 3, even sometimes the conversion rate. Okay. So if we take all these steps, like you improve by 2 the view rate on your video, you improve by 2 the click-through rate, you improve by 2 you multiply by 2 the add to cart rate, and you multiply by 2 the conversion rate. Theoretically, you make a huge improvement because it's 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2, that's 8, times 2, that's 16. So each improvement works on top of the previous one and there's an exponential improvement, right? So that's 16 times better. So now that's just, like a theoretical example, right? I'm not saying everybody can improve by 16 the results of the ads, but that's a plausible scenario of how you could get to that, right? So it's a target and a pathway towards profitability, even if you have ads at first that you need to spend $400, $500, $600 to sell a $400 product, okay? Now, just to help you a bit more, I would need to know more about your ads usually. So we give the spend. So that's $40, the cost. So that you've given us. Then the number of impressions. Here we don't know. The number of clicks is about 100. And the number of add to carts, which you didn't tell us. And the number of conversions, which you say is 0. So with these figures, at least I could draw more conclusions. Like you're saying, people are clearly interested in the ad. But I'd like to see like the click-through rate figure. So if I have impressions, I can calculate how many people click versus how many people see the ad, and I can calculate the click-through rate, which would be a good measure of how much people are interested, right? Because you have a very good CPC, cost per click, at about a bit below 40 cents, but that could be that you're buying very cheap impressions and you have an average click-through rate, or you're buying very expensive impressions, but that's balanced out by a very good click-through rate. And these are completely opposite scenarios, because in one case, it's very cheap impressions, very cheap clicks, but maybe it's low quality clicks of people that are not necessarily interested in what you have to sell. And that could explain why you don't have conversions, whereas you should have one or two based on your spend or your number of visits rather. And the other thing, but on the other hand, if you have very expensive impressions but a very high click-through rate, that's an indication that people are really interested in your product. And then it would mean there's a problem on the website if you're not getting more add to cart and conversions. And that could be that people are not getting in the right place. So for example, you ran an ad on airlines programs like Delta Airlines, and they go here. Firstly, they don't really get any detailed information on the first screen. They have to scroll down. The first stuff they see is about some car, and then hotel, Alaska Airlines. So if they wanted to see something specific about Delta, maybe they don't make the effort of scrolling down and seeing the last product here on the lower right corner. So I'd be curious to see what type of ads are you running. Is it a generic branded ad for your website? Is it a product specific ad? If it's a product specific ad, are they landing on a dedicated landing page which gives additional information about your brand, your values, why people benefit from these offers, why it's important to have elite status, to be more relaxed, enjoy more your vacation, lose less time in airports, whatever, or are they going directly here on the product page? Some people are turned off from seeing directly a price tag. If the first thing they see when they land on the page is a price tag, you have a defensive mechanism like, oh no, I'm leaving the website. So I'd be curious also to see your bounce rate, if you can share this figure. If you have Google Analytics or another analytics measure, the bounce rate is the proportion of people that leave your website right away. That'd be interesting to measure. Lastly, I think people, I don't know how likely they are to buy several products at this price tag. I'd be interested to see how many products people buy in one session. If it's one product most of the time, I would recommend you to add a second button, which is a buy it now button. So usually on a Shopify website, you have like add to cart and buy it now. And so add to cart is good if you have a website where people are likely to make several purchases. But if it's like a one purchase thing, having like an add to cart button is really good, because the problem here, they need to add to bag, that they're not redirected automatically to the basket. It's added here. Maybe people can miss that, they don't notice, and then they need to check out, and then they can buy the product, which is, the process is a bit difficult. So I made a video on the checkout process and add to cart rates, usual conversion rates, count abandonment rates, and I gave a few tips from a study that can increase by as much as 232% the conversion rate on an e-commerce website. So I'll put the link in the description below so you can see that. Okay, so looking forward to have more information. Right here, I could only give you general tips, but I'd love to see more, like the click-through rate, the number of impressions, the number of add to carts. And as I said, you just have to keep at it, improve ads on the go. If you're interested in getting help, we just released an app last week on Shopify, but can also work with different e-commerce solutions. And the goal is to make it super easy to start running ads all over the place. So on multiple websites, for you could run ads on travel websites, travel blogs, as well as news websites, in addition to Google and Facebook. And you can run retargeting, and you can run specific geo-targeted ads. So I showed yesterday in the video that I recorded yesterday, which I'll put also in the description below, I showed how you can, in our app, you can draw a particular radius or shape on a map to show ads in a very specific location. So for you, maybe that would be quite interesting if you have an Alaska Airlines program. You can show that around major airport in Alaska, right, instead of the whole state. You can draw on the map, or you can select specific places of interest like airports, or you can draw a shape on the map around airport or business centers, and you can say, I only want to run ads for this product in or around Alaska airports and business centers, and that could be quite interesting for you. So I recommend you watch yesterday's video, and if you need any more help to go through your ads, give you more bespoke and detailed advice, I'd be super happy to do a call with you. Since we just released Ad360 last week, our strategy right now to get known and get our brand out there is to provide a ton of services to business owners to help them be successful, grow. So we help them with websites, audits, ad account setup, marketing strategy, consulting, and we do all of that for free just to help you be successful so that once you grow, you run more ad budget, you think of us and you install Ad360 to manage all your ads and get even better results out of these ads. So if you want some detailed advice, a one-to-one call, feel free to contact me. There's a link in the description to book a call and to get a demo of Ad360. So it's all free. And so I hope to speak to you soon. If you are watching this and it's your business, I'd be super happy to help you more. And if someone else is watching this video, have an online website, e-commerce business, and they want to get help on getting started with ads, getting more results with ads, fixing their website conversion issues, I'd be more than happy to help. Thank you. Speak to you soon. Bye.